And for all those people, of course, who really love to learn French without attending classes, this can be a video for you. Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Rachel, and I am a Ugandan who has been living in France for quite a while. So today I'm making this video talking about my French learning experience. And for all those people, of course, who really love to learn French without attending classes, this can be a video for you. So I am going to speak about the challenges that I had, of course, when I arrived here in France. So I come from Uganda, which is an English-speaking country, and landing in France with my English, that was enough for me. I couldn't survive. So for the beginning, when I got this opportunity that I was supposed to come to France, the first thing that I did was to do some schooling in Uganda. I went to a French school, but I tell you, these were just basics. Yeah, the basics of learning, to say how are you, to greet, to ask for something, to ask where you want to go, to ask for directions. This is what we really learned in that. It couldn't help you to survive here in France. I could greet, bonjour, I could say bonne nuit, I could say, how are you, I am fine, but it wasn't all that enough. So I arrived here. So it wasn't easy for me to go to the supermarket. It wasn't easy for me to have a job, to do my driving license, because I didn't have a driving license by then. So I arrived here. I wanted to have a job. I went to an organization. By then it was called Pôle Emploi. They help to get jobs for the people who live in France. And one of the counselors who I had, and she was like, I propose you begin speaking French now and you stop speaking English right away. So I stopped speaking English right away, and this really helped me so much. So I had to speak my broken French. It was so broken. Even a baby like a 2-year-old French kid was far better than me, but I just used to speak like that. I just used to speak like that. And so I spoke French in my childish way, and it really paid off at the end. So first of all, what I did was that I stopped speaking English and I had to concentrate on the French language. And second thing, I had to be friends with the kids channels, TV channels. Yeah, this is content which is destined for children, so they speak very slowly and they pronounce out all the words so you can easily understand where they are speaking. And another thing, they are fun. So I just used to sit and I look at these innocent channels. It was just amazing. It was just good. So I could sit and I learn how they speak, and I get to getting used to the sound, to the French sound every time. And also buying novels again for kids. This was also very important for me. I began also reading that. Before, as I say that, before I was in Uganda, I went to this French school. So they had the books that we used to buy for this course. And this is called the Connexion. I'm going to show you these books here. So we had, they have levels. They have volumes, I should say, that they have the first level, the second level, and the third level. So for us, we were on the first level, this very first level, when I was in Uganda. And when I arrived here, I was like, we have these books, they are really so good, And I was used to the way the teacher was doing them. And I had to come here. I knew there was Amazon. I got to learn Amazon, and I bought those books on Amazon. These are the books. I brought them for the sake of this video, so that if there is anyone out there who really love to learn French, you can really buy them. They're so important. So these are books. This is not an advertisement, but just helping out anybody who really love to. And I bought these books here. There are notes inside here. It's called Connexion. And then you hear there is Didier. I don't know if you can really see it. Didier. And then Connexion. And then this is level 2. This is level 2. So I bought this. And it was, inside here, there are photos. There is everything which you need, all you need to learn the tenses, to learn how to speak perfect French. And then with this, they have this continuation of the exercises. So I bought also the exercises, the continuation. So when I finished level 2, I had to go to level 3. Then I got this level 3. Very helpful. Yeah, again, this is Connexion. And niveau 3, ça c'est level 3. Again, Didier. So I bought this, and then after that I buy this. So I don't know if they still exist, before, in our old age, we used to have CDs. So they also put CDs, but me, I didn't use it. I didn't, because the fact that already I was already in France, I didn't need that, because I always hear people speaking in French every time. So I got used to that. But this CD has all this in. So how you see there is even Sudoku, there is all that, very, very helpful books. So these books really helped me a lot, that in 1 year I was perfect with my French. Like I could not only survive, but I could thrive in France with the French that I had. And that very year, so I had to go for my driving license, that I did, of course, in French, and I passed very, very well the test. And then after that, I also had to go. I wanted to go to school, so I went to do exams. Their centers, they have dates where I can go and do. You do exams such that at least you have a confirmation of which level you are. So they confirmed I was on level B. I should say DELF B2. Yeah, I think DELF B2, which can really help you to be enrolled in a university here or in a school here. So that is what I used for my case. The first thing is that I stopped really speaking English. And I had to befriend the TV channels for children, and also reading books. This one really helped me, because I have, this weakness here. I cannot speak a word that I cannot write. I can't, like, this is how I'm built. Like, before I speak it, I should know how to write it. So I had to do it that way. And, someone might be there like, why didn't you go to school in France? Yeah. When I arrived here, learning French in France is super expensive, and for my case, it was super expensive. Like, I think they do it in other countries which are Anglophone, which do not speak French, just because they want to bring this French influence in those countries. Another thing, is not a necessity for us to survive in those countries with French, so the prices are so minimal. But when you come to France and you want to learn the language, it is super expensive. For me, Antuka, it was very expensive. And so I had to find other ways of surviving, of passing through this. And this is how I did it. And after 1 year, I was able to even go to the university to learn a course in French. This is weird, I was so good in my French. And after that, when I go to learn, then after that, I was like, then I stopped learning. So after that, I brought in my English, I brought in my local languages, which is Luganda. And now the three coexist. At the end of it, I'll have 2 international languages and my language, which is super cool. Yeah. So that was my journey, how I learned this language. To learn the language, like for me, the way I learned my French, you have to speak. And also listening to people speak. It's very, very important. This one reprograms the brain to begin functioning like that very language. And it really helps you to grasp the language so easily. I grasped it easily because, first of all, I had to survive. I wanted to begin my life. I was in Uganda, or like my life was already set up. I knew what I was going to do. And you reach in a country, you can't survive. You have to go back to ground zero. So I had to really pick up myself and, go up. And then I had to learn the language. Anyway, that was my journey. That is how I did with my French language. Have you ever learned a new language? And what challenges did you have? Put them in the comments down below. I wish you a very nice time, guys. And may God bless you. Bye. Until next time.